Hello YouTube fans and welcome to Retire in Lake Chapala, where we provide you with all the information you need to make informed decisions about moving to Lake Chapala. I'm Ricardo and I, along with my partner Michaela, are realtors with Lake Chapala Real Estate. Although we don't handle rentals, we understand that most people moving down here want to rent first before committing to anything further. You know, for some this may be only for a few months and for others a few years, but it's always a good idea to rent for a while first. And in addition, I strongly advise that you choose different neighborhoods so that you can get a feel for the different areas and communities. This is a great way to meet lots of different people and get different perspectives about the certain areas that you're interested in. Having said all that, renting can also come with its fair share of problems. So what are the pros and cons to renting, and what is the best way to go about finding a rental? And what do you need to know to do this safely? Now, your absolute best way to find a rental for 1 month or more is to go to our blog and Where to Find Rentals Nahihik. Again, I'll leave the link in the description below. Here I provide you with links to every possible way to find a rental in the Lake Chapala area. This is an invaluable resource. When renting, decide on your budget, location, and amenities that you want your rental to have. Do you want access to a pool, for instance, a private one or a community? Or perhaps live in a gated community or be independent, in the village or outside of the village. Will you have a car or will you use public transit? Is having a view important to you? And what part of Lake Chapala do you want to be in? You know, there's lots to consider. What are the things you should ask when renting out a property? First, find out what's all included in your rental property. It's not always clearly stated. Who pays for electricity, gas, water, taxes, HOA fees if there are any, phone and internet? Is there purified water to drink? And if so, where are the filters? When were they last changed? And who pays for filter changes? If renting a property with a pool, then ask who pays for maintenance? Who pays for the gardener and maid, or are they included? Is there an alarm system? If so, how do you operate it? What is the internet connection like? If you have feet on the ground, you can do a speed test after hooking onto the modem. But if you're renting from afar, you may have to rely on the honesty of the landlord or ask them to send you a photo of the speed test. Finally, when you're ready to rent and you're physically here, spend some time outside the property and walk the neighborhood, especially on a Friday or Saturday night. Is there an event house nearby? Roosters? Noisy dogs? Lots of noisy traffic? Now let's take a look at the rental contracts. Normal rental contracts will ask for first and last month's deposit, as well as damage deposit. If you're bringing a pet, you might even be requested to pay a pet deposit fee. Ask how and when the damage deposit will be returned to you. It should be stated in the contract. If renting direct from the owner and not through a rental agency or real estate company, you would be well advised to take the contract to a lawyer for review. Along with the rental contract, there should be an inventory list saying specifically what is included in the rental and in what condition. This is usually given to you as part of the walkthrough when you arrive to take possession. How do you pay the rent? As part of the rental contract, it will state as to when and how you pay the rent. Although rental contracts should be in pesos, many owners here are from the US or Canada and demand that the rent be paid in USD. Now, this is their right. Now, if you don't wish to pay in USD, then keep looking for 1 pesos. Rent increases normally occur annually, but in reality can happen at any time. By law, landlords are only supposed to be able to rent 10% a year, but since it's very difficult and time-consuming and expensive to fight an unjust rent increase, many people just decide to move. This happened to us, so don't think it can't happen to you. So if renting long-term, and if possible, make sure that as part of the contract, the owner is only allowed to raise the rent once per year and only for a stated percentage. Do I need insurance on my rental property? Most people here, even homeowners, do not carry insurance. But if you have very valuable items, then content insurance is available from local insurance agents, and you can do so if you wish. The property itself may or may not be insured, and it is the responsibility of the owner to insure it. If renting from sites outside of the rental agencies or real estate companies, extra precaution should be taken, especially if you're renting from afar. Although rare, it can happen that unscrupulous characters will rent out a property that doesn't exist to multiple people, thereby absconding with the deposits. Also, it's possible that you may be renting a property from a person who doesn't even own the property, and or where the owner is deceased, and or never comes to the property. Let's wrap this up. Renting is always an adventure here since there are no real laws, but doing your due diligence can help find the best rental at the best price. Hit the subscribe button below if you like this content, and join us on our Facebook page, Retire in Lake Chapala, and subscribe to us on our website. All links are below in the description. Hasta luego.